Okay, so here we're going to look at the protein distribution throughout the membrane. Now again, let's imagine the cell membrane is like a big wall around the castle. All right, you have all these workers on the wall. Think of those as the proteins, okay? Not all of these workers are going to have the same job. All right, they're all not going to be found in the same place. All right, some of the workers on the front side of the wall, which we call the apical side, do special jobs like open gates and let in visitors, like nutrients. Other workers are on the back side of the wall over here, which we call the basolateral side, and they do different jobs like sending messages or take out the trash. All right, now all of these workers or proteins are going to be placed exactly where they're supposed to be on the wall to make sure that the castle or the cell runs smoothly. Okay, they don't just wander around, but they have special spots where they work best. All right, and you're going to see that. So we call that an asymmetric distribution across the membrane. There's no particular pattern to the distribution of the proteins. All right, they're just going to kind of be randomized. They're not going to have any predictable pattern, okay? Now we have specific proteins that are localized to certain regions, like I was saying, the apical and the basolateral. When we look at the cell membrane, apical is going to be closer to the top, closer to the outside. All right. Basolateral, think of the basement, which is going to be the bottom part. Basal layer, and then the lateral layer is going to be kind of inside here. So where we look at that, or where we see that, we're going to look at epithelial cells. When we have two epithelial cells that are sitting next to each other, all right, this is going to be your lateral aspect. This is the basal aspect, or basolateral would be kind of like right through here. And this is the apical surface. So you're going to have proteins up here in the apical region. All right, those are going to be things like tight junctions. All right, we'll have desmosomes, we'll have adherens junctions, and then here on the basal surface, we're going to have hemidesmosomes. These are all proteins that perform specialized functions. So, like the tight junctions are going to be responsible for preventing anything from crossing that membrane, all right, or going in between the cells. All right, we have desmosomes which hold two cells together. And then like hemidesmosomes are going to hold that cell to the basement membrane. It holds that cell in place. We have gap junctions that allow for creating a little tunnel so those two cells can communicate. Each of these are going to have their own specialized functions.